Good morning, everybody. So, my name is Winley, and today I'm going to talk to you about online marketing and how to set up an online marketing strategy. So, the first thing I want to introduce to you is our methodology. So, at FutureBuzz, we have a methodology to implement online marketing, integrated online marketing strategies, which starts from from the exploring, the branding, your content, your digital, your web, planning and implementation, and obviously at the end, the reporting. So the first level, which is very important, is the exploration. This level helps us to dig deeper into your product and your solution, understand your product and your solution. Then we do an audit online. Your audit online will help us understand your problems. It can be at different levels: your brand audit, your content audit, your digital audit, and web audit also. After the audit, what we want to do is understand really your needs, what you want to achieve, and then also be aligned with your goals and your expectations. And obviously, we want to set some realistic target. This we're going to define together. So the next step is to see if you need a branding strategy. So from this level, we're going to first understand your audience, their happiness, aspiration, their dreams, their needs, their problems, frustrations, and fears. Then we will define your brand concept. We work together to define your brand concept and then try to see how we can set up a brand strategy. So first level, first pillar. After that, we're going to see your content. And to define your content strategy, we need to understand your buyer persona. And then we can build a communication plan, like an inbound marketing strategy, for example. And we can define your content strategy after that. Afterward, what we want to do is to look at your digital. We need to understand that level. We get into your audience funnel. Where are they at the funnel level? Where are they situating to, in order to define which channel we should choose to reach them in a proper way. And then we create a digital strategy. At last, we can look at your web. We understand what your web audience expectations to define which platform should be appropriate for them and create that user experience, like we say, that they will converge and convert, obviously. So the last level, obviously, once you have defined your strategy, is it's good to define a little bit of plan, a timeline, to have some visibility when you're going to implement things. This can also depend on priorities. Sometimes you cannot implement everything at the same time, so you have to get a plan and define when you implement which strategy and at which level. And at last is the reporting, obviously, though. So to set up your reportings, have the KPIs in line with the objectives, and then continue, monitor, and improve. So the best thing is to illustrate what I just said. So it will help you understand this concept in a very easy way. So let's say you're selling a pen, a simple pen. So I'll take a very simple example. So what the exploration can tell us is that the pen is meant to write, obviously, and it's only writing in blue. It has a new feature. It has a kind of GPS signal so that you will never lose it. You can track it on the website of the pen company. It can last very long, actually. It's one of the strengths, almost 100 years. It's very light, but the weakness, it has no other colors. The audience that he's targeting is between 30 to 40 years old, young professionals, millennials who, although are digital, grew up with using pen, so they still have this affinity for pen and paper, obviously. So the objectives of the company is to sell 30% more pen through online marketing. As we know that offline marketing is getting more expensive, so they want to move more efficiently on online marketing strategies. So what we do, what the audit will reveal to us is that the brand, has a very bad reviews on Facebook. So while the offline reputation is quite good, but online on Facebook they have quite some bad reviews. The content itself on Facebook, they are focusing on the product is meant to write. On the website, they are focusing on the long lasting of the pen. So there's not really a clear communication across all the channels. So when we check the digital channels that they choose, we saw that there is a very low engagement on Facebook. The audience does not match, obviously, I think, the targeted audience that it was looking for. And as per the target audience, might Facebook be a wrong channel. So the audience should maybe on LinkedIn. So on the web, what we found for the web on our audit is that the website is loading in 50 seconds. There's no Google Analytic tracking, and it's really not convenient, I think, to check GPS tracker on a website. Therefore, we start defining a brand strategy at that level. So we first identify the audience, the frustration, what makes them happy, like we saw, and then we saw that the main frustration is always losing pen. They're always losing their pen, one of the frustrations. So the concept is to really define and put emphasis on the benefit that this pen, you will never lose it, and it's really a long-lasting pen. So that's how we define the concept. So once your concept is defined, you want to dig a little bit deeper into your audience and build a persona that will help you build a proper content strategy. So the persona says that the name is Winley, between 30 to 40 years old. You can even imagine a picture. This guy is very busy. He's trying to move on application online, but it's getting a little bit difficult to keep up with it. But he's trying to do it because he always loses the pen or misplaced it. So the message strategy, then we can define a message strategy, is just to say a pen for life. Then the format of this message should be in video because the person is busy, don't like to read too much. Kind of sarcastic tone also would be appropriate when we look at the buyer persona image template. We can imagine that person, and the language is Creole, would be most appropriate for this target audience. Then we define the digital strategy, where they are in the funnel. So at this level, most probably they will be in the 20% of the funnel. Quite down means that they are aware they have this problem, that they are not really searching, which is confirmed when we check online on keyword research. There's not really search volume for these terms. So we define an offer. For digital, it's good to define an offer. If you lose the pen within 1 month, we're going to refund you. That's the offer. That's what will convince them to try to convince. The company don't have too much budget, so don't want to invest too much in ads. So what we're going to do, we will do videos on LinkedIn. We will share the video on LinkedIn that we're going to build. And we're going to use both internal channels, means the brand channels, the LinkedIn of the company, but also rely on external channels like influencer on LinkedIn. The reason is that if we rely only on our own channels, it can take time before it pushes the leads up to the conversion channel. So it takes more time. The more you're down in the funnel, the more time it takes to get you up. So that's a way also to reach quicker the target audience. So in terms of web strategy, we can define, so we can understand that the user profile prefers websites where you cut the blah blah and go straight to the point. So you can create a landing page straight to the point that highlights on the key message, and you can request them a free testing. And also you can propose a mobile app instead to track the pen, as it's more convenient than if you lose the pen going on the website. So mobile is handy, it's in your pocket, so it's much more easier and more user friendly, obviously. Then you define your KPIs. In terms of KPIs, so in terms of brand awareness, because you have some brand strategy, you want to focus more on the views. So you had 10,000 views, for example, on your video. That has created some brand awareness. Did the people engage with your content? Then you can look at, for example, the average video time. Let's say the video is 3 minutes and most of the people has watched it 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You know that they are engaging, they're watching the video. So engagement is there. And then in terms of conversion, return on investment, digital. So you have 2,000 clicks from these 10,000 views, 50 purchases. So if we assume, because digital is also a return on investment, if we are sure that you have the pen costs 5,000 rupee, and So sorry, if we assume that the cost to make one video is 5,000 rupee and one pen costs 1,000 rupee, so if you sell 50 pen, therefore the return investment is 1,000%. So you know that what the money you've put in has generated a great return on investment. And then the last, you want to set KPIs also for the web experience. So the landing page is great. The speed is 7 seconds, less than 7 seconds. It can be improved, obviously. Out of the 2,000 visits, 500 requested to try it. So you have a good conversion rate of 4% over industry average. And then once you finish that, it's always good to re-audit and reassess and improve upon. That's the purpose of this whole online marketing strategy. So I hope, guys, you appreciate this video, and I hope it helped you understand a little bit better how to do online marketing and how we do online marketing, our approach. If you need any help or any advice, if you are watching this on YouTube or on any social media, you can comment, we will reply to you, or you can just send us an email. We'll be happy to have a chat with you. Thank you very much. Stay safe. See you later. Bye.
Buzz.